it doesn't really matter what, no comments, what anybody say about me. I'm happy with myself, and I know what I'm capable of doing when
this quote-unquote version of Canelo Alvarez would diminish the accomplishment that Floyd Mayweather.
Canelo Alvarez is about to make it rain in the ring like never before.
Floyd Mayweather is reportedly worried after Canelo Alvarez signed a huge $400 million deal with Riyadh Season, the biggest contract of Canelo's career. He's already made $80 million from his last fight and is expected to earn another $150 million in his upcoming bout against Terence Crawford. Canelo is quickly approaching the $1 billion mark in career earnings. While Mayweather often talks about the money he made in the past, Canelo is still actively growing his wealth through boxing and business. Sources say Mayweather is feeling jealous and unsettled, especially as Canelo gains global support and popularity that could challenge Floyd's legacy.
The fact that he don't want anybody to surpass his accomplishments, right? And Terence Crawford jumping up from 154 to 168 and beating this quote-unquote version of Canelo Alvarez would diminish the accomplishment that Floyd Mayweather accomplished beating his version of Canelo Alvarez. He did it first, right? Canelo Alvarez is way more accomplished today than he is when he fought Floyd, but he was already accomplished, right? He was already a unified champion and has successfully defended his titles 5 times. Now, he was 23 years of age.
When asked if Canelo Alvarez is the new face of boxing, Floyd Mayweather didn't seem happy with the idea. He quickly shut it down and said that Gervonta Davis is the real face of the sport. Instead of recognizing Canelo's rise, Mayweather turned the attention to his own protege, praising Davis's talent and success. His response showed Floyd's competitive side and his desire to stay relevant in boxing's global spotlight.
To say to your Mexican fans, and if you think that Canelo is the actual face of boxing right now.
If Canelo is the face of boxing, more power to Canelo, but I see Gervonta Tank Davis as the face of boxing. He's young, he's hungry, and if I'm not mistaken, I 23 to 24-0, and with a 99% knockout ratio. So I see Gervonta Tank Davis as the face of boxing.
Do you have a message for your
Canelo Alvarez said he believes Floyd Mayweather is jealous of his success. He made it clear that he doesn't care about Floyd's opinions or what others think of him. Canelo remains focused on his own career and achievements, staying unbothered by negativity or rivalries in the boxing world.
As Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, they feel like Benavidez is the best fight. Do you?
I don't care. I don't care what they feel. At the end of the day, no make sense for me, right? They don't have nothing to offer me.
Canelo Alvarez has become one of the biggest stars in boxing today, with a level of success and popularity that reaches far beyond his home country. His rise has been especially powerful among Mexican fans, much like how Floyd Mayweather became a symbol of pride for the African-American community. But Canelo is now more than just the face of Mexican boxing. He's a global icon. With continued success and massive paydays, he commands respect and admiration from fans all over the world.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
Despite Canelo's success, Floyd Mayweather has been reluctant to give him credit, especially when it comes to calling him one of the greatest fighters. When asked about Canelo's place in boxing history, Mayweather often avoids the question and refuses to give him the recognition many believe he's earned. Instead, Floyd brings up other great Mexican boxers from the past. carefully leaving Canelo out of that conversation.
Canelo's a hell of a fighter. There's a lot of great Mexican fighters. That's not for me to rate fighters. I just take my hat off to so many fighters that paved the way, for me to be where I'm at, just, throughout life. Canelo's a hell of a fighter.
Floyd Mayweather also believes that Canelo Alvarez hasn't improved enough to be considered one of boxing's all-time greats. Despite Canelo's rise and the multiple world titles he's won across different weight classes, Floyd continues to downplay his achievements. He insists that even at his peak, Canelo was just another fighter. Mayweather often points out that he beat Canelo when he was still developing and claims that, even in his prime, Canelo never showed anything truly special.
It's the same fighter. It's the same fighter. It's crazy that they was like, Canelo, in his prime, he'd have been a different fighter. When I fought him, he was in his prime. Go back and look at me. I was the best when I was in my 20s. When I fought Canelo, I was almost 40 years old. And a lot of times they're gonna keep asking me about the Canelo fight, and I already know when they write about it, they're gonna make it seem like the headline. They're gonna make it seem extremely bad, seem like a beef. I mean, it seems like it's a beef. It's not a beef. I like Canelo. I mean, I like his work, but we're forgetting about Boost Ennis. Hell of a fighter. We don't talk about him.
Mayweather often brings up his 2013 win over Canelo Alvarez as a key part of his legacy. At the time, Floyd was already an undefeated boxing legend with multiple world titles across different weight classes. Canelo, just 23 years old, was still rising and seen as the future of the sport.
Canelo was 23 with 43 fights and 30 knockouts, and the world said he was inexperienced. I was 36 with 40-something fights, and to tell you the truth, I was over the hill.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young. Yeah. And he was like, that was one thing he was
he was
prime,
his
right?
prime, yeah.
Prime, and you were only 23. What was that like?
Trained so hard, and now obviously I tried to beat him because beat him. If you beat him, you wanna be the best in the world. At 23, it's so much. But he was the better man that night. A lot of experience. He's a great fighter. But I learned a lot.
Joe Rogan has often highlighted how Canelo's loss to Mayweather was a major turning point in his career. Rogan explains that the defeat wasn't just about losing a fight. It was a valuable learning experience. It pushed Canelo to reevaluate his approach and led to major improvements, especially in his defense.
There's just guys that just have preposterous power, and Canelo is a guy that has power but is constantly working on it. There's a great clip of him working with Andy Ruiz. You know that shield, that weird hand shield that they hold up for hooks?
Yeah.
And he's like, this is not for speed. This is just power. Just power. He's like, don't try to be fast with this, just power. And you see him just, hey, boom! Bro, he hits so hard.
El estilo de Mayweather es un estilo muy difícil. No pega, no nada, pero es un estilo difícil, muy difícil de conectar, muy difícil de hacer una pelea. Una muy buena pelea es con él, ¿no? Por el estilo que tiene. ¿Aprendió mucho de esa pelea? Sí, aprendí mucho y más que nada no quiero volver a experimentar una derrota y creo que me gusta aprendí muchísimas cosas y así seguir.
One thing that has impressed many, even critics, is Canelo Alvarez's ability to turn his fame into long-term success. He's not just known for his boxing skills. Canelo has also proven to be a smart businessman, making strategic moves that have earned him a massive fortune.
I think it's very, very realistic. And people may think that sounds crazy, but Canelo is a smart businessman. And at the end of the day, he wants to do big fights and make, entertainment, make huge entertainment products. And my skill set is improving every single day. And that's what doing fights like this are about, taking on real professional fighters so that eventually I could take on tougher fighters. And I see Canelo versus Jake Paul happening in the next 24 months. It just makes so much sense. And also people forget that, I'm 200 pounds. I have a size advantage. All of these things that start to add up, which make it such an interesting fight that I fully believe I'll win. There's the KSIs, the Tommy Furies, the Nate Diaz MMA fight. But I don't know if these guys actually want to put it on the line. We've tried to make a Floyd fight happen. Floyd's ducked it. So I don't know if these guys really want to take a risk.